Would you believe me if I told you a crew literally finessed an underground vault holding over $100 million in gold and diamonds without tripping a single alarm using nothing but hairspray and duct tape? Tucked right under the Antwerp Diamond Center in Belgium, this massive underground vault was hyped up globally as the most locked-down diamond trading hub on the planet. The creators of this beast were so confident they flexed by claiming literally nobody on Earth could crack this vault. But today, Neutrix Vision is breaking down the insane backstory of the greatest diamond heist in human history, the one that totally clowned their top-tier modern tech. We're talking massive 2-ton steel doors, magnetic field digital locks, and a 10-layer security system ready to blast a siren across the city if even an ant sneezed inside that vault. It was total dead zone, fully insulated so zero wireless signals could get in, and if anyone somehow got inside, the network was rigged to swarm the place with the entire city's police force in literal seconds. But somehow this untouchable god-tier security was exactly what a regular Italian crew decided to outsmart using pure brain power. Running on pure ego to pull off the impossible, they secretly cooked up an absolute masterclass plan to bypass this 10-layer steel fortress using the most random everyday items. And that right there was the start of a crazy high-stakes game of chess between modern tech and pure human genius, right in the heart of Antwerp.
This wasn't some sloppy overnight smash and grab where they just flashed a knife and grabbed a bag. Enter the School of Turin, Italy's most elite crime ring made up of absolute pros who basically had PhDs in pulling off insane heists. The mastermind behind this insane crew, a criminal genius named Leonardo Notarbartolo, literally moved to Antwerp, Belgium and lived there for a whole 3 years before pulling off this massive heist. His main goal? To map out the ins and outs of that Diamond Center's entire security network, tracking every single guard's schedule without ever looking sus. So he rebranded himself with the ultimate diamond merchant aesthetic, walked right into that secure facility totally legally, and played everyone perfectly. Using top-tier fake documents under an alias, Leonardo actually managed to rent out a mini office space right inside the Antwerp Diamond Center itself. That move scored him an official ID card, giving him VIP 24/7 access to pop in and out of that massive underground vault whenever he wanted, plus his very own personal locker. He networked like crazy with the heavy-hitter businessmen rolling through daily, and even bought coffee and snacks for the security guards to fully win them over. But behind the scenes, when nobody was looking, he was literally recording every single inch of that diamond vault using a micro-hidden camera low-key built into his coat button. He sent these secret tapes back to his squad in Italy, where they built a literal 1-to-1 scale replica of that exact same bank vault, totally under the radar. Inside that fake vault, they ran drills hundreds of times, speedrunning how to break through every single security layer in a matter of seconds. It was in this underground lab where they cracked the ultimate cheat code to outsmart those crazy high-tech alarm systems using literally basic household items. After wrapping up this insane prep that felt straight out of a Hollywood thriller, they locked in their target date, Valentine's Day weekend, right when the entire city was partying and completely distracted. And at midnight on that ghost town Friday, with the Diamond Center totally deserted, those 5 guys quietly kicked off the mission that was about to go down in history.
Sneaking into the Diamond Center in the dead of night on Valentine's Day, this Italian crew's very first boss fight was literally a massive 2-ton steel vault door. But their ringleader, Leonardo Notarbartolo, had already completely reverse-engineered the exact movements of the door's magnetic sensors way ahead of time. To glitch out this insanely high-tech system that would blast the alarm at the slightest magnetic shift if the door cracked open, guess what they actually used? Literally just a piece of aluminum and some duct tape. By perfectly taping this metal plate right over the sensors, they swung the massive door wide open while the main control room was still getting a fake, fully locked signal. That was the exact moment they totally clowned top-tier tech with an absolute junk drawer hack. But the real endgame challenge was straight up waiting for them deep inside that pitch-black vault. Because the infrared heat detectors in there were sensitive enough to pick up a human's body heat and set off every single siren in a matter of seconds. You want to know how they dodged this insane security trap? That is exactly why they rolled up with a random can of women's hairspray. By strategically coating the sensor lenses with the hairspray, they instantly nerfed its ability to pick up any heat signatures at all. Right after that, they slapped black electrical tape over the light sensors and blocked the motion-detecting Doppler radars with basic cardboard, completely blinding every single digital eye in the room. The entire global security world hyped these modern alarms to be literally unbeatable, but they ended up bricked and dead silent without making a single peep. This Italian squad moved through that room with the exact same speed-run muscle memory they spent months grinding in their fake underground vault. That pitch-black room basically became a live tutorial on how to shut down a billion-dollar high-tech fortress with a quick target run for basic household supplies. And just like that, with zero obstacles left in their way, these robbers were standing like absolute legends right in front of the biggest diamond stash on Earth.
Staring down 189 private safe deposit boxes with literally zero security left, their main objective was bagging a diamond stash worth hundreds of millions of dollars. But they were dead set on making sure that not even a micro vibration from cracking these boxes would trigger the seismic sensors. So, breaking out the ultra-modern, high-speed custom drills they pre-planned for this exact moment, they started cleanly slicing right into every single box. With every box they popped, the insane amount of those ultra-rare diamonds spilling out literally lit up the pitch-black vault. The reason this massive hit actually got dubbed the vacuum cleaner heist completely comes down to their insanely galaxy brain execution. Knowing the metal dust and black smoke from the drills could go airborne and trip the infrared sensors, they ran a literal vacuum cleaner non-stop. By pointing the vacuum hose directly at the drill site, they snatched up every single particle before the dust could even hit the air. On top of that, to stop millions of dollars in tiny diamond pieces from bouncing off the floor and getting lost, they literally vacuumed the ice straight into the bag. This unhinged strat to outsmart top-tier tech literally left the cops speechless later on. In just a matter of hours, they entirely cleaned out 3/4 of that massive vault. They stuffed ridiculous amounts of cash, gold, and diamonds straight into their heavy-duty duffel bags. Without leaving behind a single fingerprint or a trace of evidence, they ghosted the scene with zero noise, moving just as fast as they broke in. Leaving the whole world absolutely shook, the heist of the century was pulled off without tripping a single alarm. Riding high on that insane adrenaline high of outsmarting the entire planet, they crossed city limits and vanished right before dawn. After pulling off the biggest diamond heist in history and vanishing without leaving a single fingerprint, these 5 criminals were dead convinced they had fully shaken the cops and were in the clear. But on their getaway route to Italy, right past the Antwerp city line, in some random empty Belgian woods, they made the biggest fumble that totally wrecked their flawless crime. While rushing to transfer their loot into a burner car, they casually dumped half-eaten sandwiches, crushed juice cans, and strips of the duct tape used in the heist right into the bushes. They didn't even clock that this literal pile of trash was about to hand the cops the ultimate cheat code to bust them. Just hours after they dumped this evidence, a local guy who owned that patch of woods spotted the sketchy trash and instantly called the cops. Since the diamond heist had literally just happened, the Belgian forensic police, who were already on high alert, completely swarmed the area. They easily pulled a clean DNA sample straight off that half-eaten sandwich crust, plus major hard evidence linked directly to the heist bags. The same absolute masterminds who glitched out the world's most high-tech alarms with a can of hairspray literally ruined it all by tossing out their lunch garbage. When they ran that sandwich DNA through the criminal database, every single officer in that room was completely mind-blown by the match. Because that DNA didn't just belong to some random, it was a dead match for Leonardo Notarbartolo, the guy posing as a totally legit diamond merchant inside the Antwerp Center for the past 3 years. Serving up a plot twist that was crazier than any Hollywood thriller, the Belgian police blew the mastermind's cover and exposed his true identity to the entire world in a literal 24-hour speedrun investigation. And just like that, the floodgates opened, and the craziest secrets behind the heist of the century finally started spilling out. Even when the cops used that dumped sandwich to pinpoint Leonardo Notarbartolo as the actual mastermind of this massive heist, the detectives were dead sure he had already fled Belgium and vanished by then. But fueled by the insane ego that his master plan was 100% flawless and literally untouchable, this guy casually strolled right back into the Antwerp Diamond Center on the 4th day after the heist. He literally just popped back in to check his mail and low-key see if the cops were even slightly suspicious of him. But plot twist, the Belgian cops were already waiting for him undercover, and they absolutely swarmed and booked him on the spot. And on top of that, the court hit him with a brutal 10-year prison sentence. Even with the cuffs locking around his wrists, he had zero clue that the crust of a sandwich he casually tossed into the woods was the exact thing putting him away for a decade. With a big fish like Leonardo finally caught in the net, the whole world assumed the Antwerp diamond robbery investigation was fully wrapped up. But the real brain-melting mysteries and plot twists only kicked off after his arrest. Because Belgian detectives knew for a fact that the mechanics of a 2-ton steel door and the operating system for thousands of combination locks weren't things some outside thief could just figure out on his own. So massive theories started blowing up that an untouchable insider or ultimate shot caller who leaked every single top secret from inside the center was pulling the strings behind this Italian crew the whole time. And what completely fueled these theories were the wild, insane mic drop statements Leonardo gave to the media after he finally got out of prison. He dropped an absolute nuke, claiming his crew only bagged $20 million worth of diamonds from the vault, and that the international diamond moguls who actually hired them faked a $100 million loss just to scam the world and score a massive insurance payout. Basically, his whole defense was that this wasn't just a regular robbery, but a mega insurance fraud orchestrated by the biggest heavyweights in the diamond industry. But to this day, he absolutely refuses to drop the names of the shadow masterminds who actually pulled the strings on this entire operation. Even after Leonardo Notarbartolo served his entire 10-year sentence and walked free, literally nobody on this planet knows exactly where that $100 million diamond stash from the Antwerp vault actually vanished to. The cops eventually tracked down and busted every single heavy hitter from that Italian crew, one by one, but Belgian detectives couldn't recover a single trace of the ice from any of them. Those ultra-rare diamonds have either already been fenced across the globe through the international black market, or they're still sitting untouched in some top-secret stash to this day. In the entire history of this mega heist that completely shook the global security world, those missing diamonds are still the biggest unsolved mystery on Earth. Even though tossing out some literal food trash was the exact fumble that got the entire crew busted, the insane prep of this Italian squad to break into an ultra-modern fortress still lives rent-free in criminal history as a legendary flex. It's straight-up real-life proof that no matter how insane or high-tech global security networks get, pure human genius will always be 10 steps ahead. And that is exactly why the international crime world is still obsessed with the Antwerp Diamond Heist, forever crowning it the undisputed heist of the century. The true story behind this diamond robbery blows any Hollywood movie out of the water, and it still holds up as one of the wildest mysteries in history. So, are you completely obsessed with mind-blowing historical secrets and suspense-packed real-life stories that actually happened? Then stop scrolling and smash that subscribe button for Neutrix Vision right now, and make sure you hit that bell icon and turn on all notifications. Send this video to your group chats and drop your wildest theories about this impossible diamond heist down in the comments below. Until Neutrix Vision hits your feed next week with another absolute banger of a story, stay tuned.